If you wake up at 3 a.m., your brain isn't failing you. If your thoughts speed up instantly, it's not random. If your sleep feels light or broken, there is a reason. Sleep science explains this reaction clearly. It's not a mindset issue or a lack of discipline. It's a pattern many people experience every night, and understanding it changes everything. These awakenings often involve a neural sleep inhibition response. In this state, your brain blocks deeper rest. The sleep switch doesn't stay fully engaged. The deep sleep signal becomes unstable. Your brain chooses alertness instead of rest. This is a protective response, not a flaw, and it can activate even without real danger. And here's the truth: this is not your fault. You are not broken or weak. Your brain is reacting to internal safety signals. Millions of people go through the same pattern, but most never learn why it happens. Once you understand this response, things shift. And to explain this clearly, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Sarah, a sleep medicine specialist with a background in psychiatry. My work focuses on how the brain protects us at night and why this protection sometimes interrupts sleep. I study what makes the mind stay alert after midnight and what helps it return to rest quickly and safely. My goal is to explain this in simple, clear language so you finally understand what your brain is doing. Tonight, I want to walk you through this gently. No fear, no complex medical terms, just the truth behind your awakenings. Your brain is not misbehaving, it is responding to internal signals, and science can explain those signals. When you wake at 2, 3, or 4 a.m., there is a pattern. Your brain shifts into a light alert state. It does this automatically, it does this quickly, and it does this without asking permission. Even when you're exhausted, even when all you want is deep sleep. I want you to understand this without worry, because this reaction is natural and incredibly common. It does not mean something is wrong with you. It does not mean your sleep is broken. It means your brain is protecting you, even when it doesn't need to. There is a mechanism behind all of this, a mechanism backed by research, a mechanism seen in countless sleep studies, one that explains your nighttime alertness, one that explains your sudden awakenings, one that explains your restless nights, and this mechanism has a specific name. Experts call it the Neural Sleep Inhibition Response. It's the brain's nighttime safety mode. It turns on when your nervous system stays alert. It appears even when the room is quiet, even when you feel safe, even when nothing is wrong. And this is where everything starts to make sense. Sleep science shows this is not classic insomnia. These awakenings follow a different pattern. Your brain enters a brain safety response. It shifts into a light, protective alert state. This state blocks deeper sleep from continuing. It happens automatically, without warning, and it makes the night feel unstable. Your brain reacts as if it must stay aware, not fully awake, but not fully asleep, a middle zone between rest and vigilance. It's a survival pattern, not a malfunction. Your body still wants sleep, but your mind stays cautious, even in a calm, quiet room. Several internal signals trigger this shift. One is cortisol rising too early. Another is melatonin dropping too soon. Both change your body's rhythm. Both disrupt your sense of nighttime safety. And both make your brain hold tension even when nothing is wrong. The nervous system also plays a role. It remains slightly activated at night. It keeps scanning for threats. It stays alert instead of relaxing. This prevents deep rest from continuing. It keeps sleep light and fragile, and it makes awakenings more likely. Your brain may also misread the environment. It may interpret harmless signals as unsafe. A tiny noise, a shift in temperature, even internal sensations can trigger alertness. This creates a false sense of danger, a feeling that the brain must stay ready, even when you are perfectly safe. All of this creates the hyperactive brain at night, a mind that won't fully turn off, a body that wants rest but can't sustain it, a system stuck between safety and sleep. And this pattern is far more common than you think, but there is a reason it activates so easily, and that reason has a very specific name. This pattern is known in sleep neuroscience as the Neural Sleep Inhibition Response. It's a protective mechanism the brain activates when it senses potential risk. Even if nothing dangerous is happening, the brain reacts as if something might be. So instead of allowing the body to drop into deep restorative sleep, it holds back. This holding pattern keeps the nervous system slightly elevated through the night, and that elevation is enough to interrupt the sleep cycle at critical moments, which is why the night suddenly feels lighter, fragile, or easily disrupted. What makes this mechanism so tricky is that it's subconscious, not intentional. You don't choose it, and you can't logically turn it off once it starts. The brain simply believes it's safer to stay partially alert than fully asleep. This is why people say, "I wasn't thinking about anything, I just woke up." It's not a thought problem, it's a neurophysiological safety response. The brain prioritizes protection over restoration when it feels uncertain, and that shift quietly breaks the continuity of your sleep architecture. When the neural sleep inhibition response activates, the sleep depth changes. You may fall asleep normally, but you don't remain in deeper stages for long. Instead, the brain cycles in lighter phases where waking is much easier. This is why you can wake up instantly, almost as if triggered by nothing. Your body doesn't hit paralysis, so your muscles remain subtly vigilant. Your breathing stays slightly shallow, as if awaiting a potential cue, and your mind rests in a semi-alert state, ready for quick awakening. Because of this mechanism, waking at 2, 3, or 4 a.m. is not random. These hours coincide with natural shifts between sleep cycles. If the brain senses unsafe, even minimally, it interrupts the transition. Instead of sliding back into deep sleep, the brain opens the wake pathway. That's why you wake abruptly and feel immediately aware of the environment. It's a protective reflex, not psychological weakness or personal failure. Your brain is simply doing what it was designed to do: keep you safe. So when you wake up out of nowhere, it's not random, it's patterned. Your brain blocks deep rest because it's prioritizing protection over sleep, and that internal safety check repeatedly pulls you back to awareness. This creates the feeling that your body is awake even when you want sleep. It's a powerful cycle, but not a permanent or uncontrollable one. Once you understand the mechanism, you can begin to retrain the response. And the next step is recognizing what actually triggers this hyper-alert mode. Imagine your brain working like a nighttime security system running in the background. During the day, it analyzes, filters, and processes signals with high flexibility. But at night, it switches into a more instinctive mode designed for protection. It scans for subtle cues, even ones you don't consciously notice or interpret. If all feels safe, the system allows your body to descend into deep sleep easily. That shift is what activates the internal deep sleep signal you depend on nightly. And when that signal flows properly, restorative sleep becomes effortless. But the moment the internal system senses even a hint of invisible risk, it reacts. It doesn't wait for clear danger. It responds to possibility, not certainty. This is when the brain temporarily shuts off the sleep switch unconsciously. It does this quickly, quietly, and without asking for your permission or input. You simply wake up wondering what happened, unaware of the neurobiology. Yet the entire reaction is automatic, ancient, and rooted in survival instincts. Your body is protecting you, not malfunctioning or failing. The key to understand is that none of this is psychological weakness or fault. These shifts inside your nervous system happen below conscious awareness entirely. The brain evaluates microsignals like tension, noise, posture, and breath rhythm. If something feels slightly off, it keeps the system in light alert mode. That mild alertness is enough to block deep sleep stages from forming fully. As a result, you wake up at fragile moments between sleep cycles without warning. This is simply the security system doing what it was designed to do. When the deep sleep signal is active, your brain lets you sink into full rest. It lowers cortisol, relaxes muscles, stabilizes breathing, and quiets the mind. Your body enters repair mode, restoring energy and mental clarity for the day. But when the sleep switch turns off, even briefly, the system reverses instantly. Stress hormones rise just slightly, enough to trigger small awakenings. Your senses sharpen, your awareness increases, and your sleep becomes fragile. This shift often happens without conscious thought or emotional triggers. This is why waking up in the middle of the night is rarely your fault. Your brain isn't trying to punish you, it's trying to protect you instinctively. It doesn't know the difference between emotional stress and real physical threat. The system treats both as signals to maintain vigilance instead of deep rest. So waking at 2, 3, or 4 a.m. is often a protective reaction, not a sleep disorder. It's your biology responding to an internal sense of caution it learned long ago. And once the pattern starts, the brain repeats it until it's retrained. Understanding this helps remove guilt, frustration, or self-blame completely. Your brain is following old programming, not choosing to interrupt your sleep. It's running a security routine that once kept humans alive through uncertainty. The challenge now is that the system becomes overactive in modern daily stress. But the good news is that this same system can be recalibrated with precision. The next step is identifying what quietly triggers this nighttime alert state, and that leads directly into the deeper mechanism behind these awakenings. Repeated awakenings quietly disrupt the brain's natural rhythm. The circadian clock becomes less stable and less predictable. Your body stops knowing when to fully energize or fully slow down. This creates mornings that feel heavy and nights that feel irregular. The sleep-wake cycle loses its internal precision over time, and your system starts operating in a constant jet lag state, even when your schedule hasn't changed at all. Memory and focus also take a direct hit from fragmented sleep. The brain needs long, uninterrupted cycles to store information. When the night breaks into pieces, these processes fail silently. Thoughts feel slower, attention feels weaker, and clarity fades. Tasks that were easy begin to require more effort and energy. Mental performance drops even without obvious stress, and you may not realize sleep is the core cause. Daytime fatigue also rises in a subtle but persistent way. Even 8 hours in bed don't feel like 8 hours of rest. Your body loses its natural restoration time during the night. Energy becomes inconsistent, crashing at unexpected moments. Small tasks feel heavier, and motivation becomes harder. Your system runs on low battery from the moment you wake, and that fatigue often accumulates silently for months. Nighttime anxiety can also increase without clear triggers. The brain anticipates another awakening before it happens. This expectation creates tension during the early sleep stages. Muscles remain slightly activated instead of fully relaxing. The nervous system stays alert instead of drifting into depth. This creates a loop between fear of waking and waking itself, a cycle that feels emotional but begins in neural patterns. Deep sleep shrinks as awakenings become more frequent. The brain cannot enter full restoration when interruptions occur. Hormone balance, cellular repair, and detoxification decline. Your body misses the most healing part of the sleep cycle. This affects mood, immunity, metabolism, and resilience, all from losing just minutes of deep sleep each night, a loss most people never even notice happening. And this pattern affects anyone, regardless of age or discipline. Young people experience it, healthy people experience it. Organized, responsible, calm individuals experience it too, because the mechanism behind it is neural, not behavioral. It activates automatically, independent of routine strength, and understanding this leads to the next crucial layer. The most important thing is this: The brain can change. Sleep science explains this state is not permanent at all. The brain can step out of alert mode with the right signals. It can return to deeper rest when the environment feels safe. It can rebuild consistency in the rhythm of day and night. These patterns are flexible, not fixed or damaged, and your system can relearn sleep faster than you expect. When the brain receives the right nighttime cues, things shift. Melatonin begins to stabilize instead of dropping early. Its release becomes steady and predictable through the night. This helps the body sink back into deeper sleep stages. It signals the brain that the night is safe to remain asleep, and it restores the natural darkness rhythm your system needs, all through gentle support, not force. Cortisol also returns to its natural pattern. It rises later in the morning instead of during the night. This reduces early awakenings triggered by false alerts. It quiets the nervous system instead of activating it. It lets the body stay in deep rest longer and easier. Your internal clock becomes more synchronized again, and mornings begin feeling smoother and more natural. The nervous system also learns to slow down. It stops scanning for threats during the night. Muscles soften, breathing deepens, and tension fades. This shift tells the brain it is safe to power down. The alert mode finally switches off instead of staying active. Your body stops holding defensive energy through the night, and sleep becomes steadier, calmer, and more continuous. With the right signals, the brain recognizes nighttime safety. It understands it can release control and rest fully. It stops guarding and starts repairing. The sleep switch stays on instead of flickering. The deep sleep signal becomes stronger and more stable. These changes unfold naturally, not forcefully, and your nights begin to feel whole again. You don't need to force sleep to happen. You don't need to fight your brain or push yourself. You simply support the signals your system already uses. The brain does the rest once it feels safe and regulated. This creates a new pattern that holds through the night, and this is where a powerful nighttime approach enters, a method designed specifically to guide this shift. Here is the part most specialists never explain clearly. At night, the brain needs internal support to sleep well, not mental effort and not stronger discipline. It needs signals that reduce nighttime alert mode, signals that ease the neural sleep inhibition response, signals that help the system stay asleep, not just fall asleep, and signals that keep the deep sleep signal steady. We are not talking about sedation of any kind. We are not talking about shutting the brain down artificially. We are talking about something far more natural, a way to reinforce the rhythm your brain already uses. A gentle support that works with your biology, not against your nervous system or natural cycles, and not through force or temporary suppression. What the brain needs at night is safety, a sense of internal calm that carries through the hours, a stable rhythm that tells the system it can rest, a steady signal that keeps cortisol low until morning, and a clear cue that the environment is safe and quiet. These elements shape how long sleep actually lasts and how deeply your brain repairs itself overnight. This is where nighttime support becomes essential. It helps the nervous system exit alert mode. It strengthens the natural safety cues inside the brain. It stabilizes the internal patterns that keep sleep intact. It reduces the invisible tension behind sudden awakenings, and it guides the mind back into deeper rest cycles, all without overwhelming your system. When this support is in place, the night changes. Wake-ups become less frequent and less intense. The hyperactive brain at night begins to settle. Breathing slows, muscles loosen, and alertness fades. The sleep switch stays on instead of turning off. The body protects sleep instead of interrupting it, and mornings start feeling lighter and more restored. This is why a structured nighttime method matters. Not a pill, not sedation, not quick fixes. A natural approach that aligns with sleep science. A gentle way to guide the brain back into safety. A system designed to support your biology, not fight it. And it all becomes clearer when we look at the next step, a step that connects these signals into one simple routine. There is a natural form of support designed for nights like this, a gentle option, doctor-approved, created with sleep science in mind. Its purpose is simple: help the brain stay calm during the night, not by sedating you, but by guiding your system into balance. It was built to work with your biology, not override it, and it focuses on the signals your brain already understands: safe, steady, and naturally supportive. This support helps reduce nighttime alertness. It calms the brain's safety response gently and gradually. It encourages the nervous system to release tension. It eases the sudden spikes that interrupt sleep. It helps the brain remain in a restful state longer. It supports nighttime stability without pressure, and it does this in a natural, measured way. It also reinforces the sleep switch, not by pushing it, but by stabilizing its signals. This helps the brain stay in sleep mode more consistently. It reduces the flickering that causes repeated wake-ups. It supports the deep rest cycles you depend on. It helps protect the continuity of your night, and it aligns with how the sleep switch naturally works. Your circadian rhythm receives support as well. This helps melatonin stay steady through the night. It guides cortisol back to its morning rise. It keeps your internal clock aligned with darkness. This creates deeper sleep, not just longer sleep. Your system becomes more predictable and calm, and mornings begin to feel smoother again. Experts in sleep health helped develop this formula. It was built to support nighttime biology, not override it. It respects the natural chemistry of your brain. It works with your rhythms instead of forcing rest. It's gentle, calming, and neurologically aligned, and it remains free from harsh or sedative effects. The complete support is available in the first pinned comment. It doesn't force the body into shutdown. It helps the brain relax enough to stay asleep naturally. It supports rest rather than controlling it. It creates a smoother environment inside your system. It gives the brain what it needs to feel safe at night. And all of this connects directly to the final step, a step that completes the nighttime transformation. If you want to prepare your brain before bedtime, this matters. Sleep begins long before you lay your head down. The nervous system must slow down early in the evening. The brain needs signals that guide it into safety. Deep sleep depends on this early transition window, and small shifts here can change your entire night. This is where the next step becomes essential. The next video shows how to do this in a simple way. It explains how to calm the nervous system gradually. It helps you understand how to lower evening alertness. It shows how to support melatonin naturally. It guides your brain towards deeper rest sooner. It gives you tools your system responds to gently, and it builds the foundation for strong sleep cycles. The goal is to make nights smoother and more stable, not by forcing sleep, but by preparing the brain correctly. When the evening routine aligns with sleep biology, things shift. Your internal clock becomes more regulated and steady. Your system stops entering nighttime guard mode. Your brain begins releasing tension much earlier, and deep sleep becomes easier to reach. This is the next piece of the sleep retraining process. It connects directly to everything you learned so far. It builds the foundation your nights have been missing. It helps the brain trust the evening and release tension, and it brings you one step closer to deeper, steadier sleep. The next video is waiting at the end of this one, and it's ready to guide you through the next phase.